we all know a lot of schmoes who just don't get the obvious sometimes. Hello, schmoes. This is your old pal Vic Dibitetto here with another episode of Vic's Tips for the Common Schmo. Now, these are just little helpful things for you to think about that can make your day and life just a little bit easier. A little bit. Okay, here's the first tip. When doing your lawn work, mow before you weed whack. Why? Because if you mow as close as you can to any edge, then you only weed whack what you need to weed whack. Weed whacking is a lot easier than sitting on your fat ass on a riding lawnmower. You're welcome. Tip number 2. When you have a day off like Thanksgiving, but you got to go to work on Friday, Wednesday is the day to get hammered and party because you don't work Thursday. You have Thursday time to recover, have a little hair of the dog, and feel good for Friday. If you party hard Thursday because it's technically the day off, then you're going to feel like shit the next day at work. Now, I know this seems obvious, but we all know a lot of schmoes who just don't get the obvious sometimes. You're welcome. Okay, tip number 3. When you go to fill your tires with air, take all the rubber nipple covers off first, then go around and fill each tire. Then, when you're done filling the tires, put all the rubber nipple tips back on at the same time. Don't do each tire one at a time. You got to think assembly line. I mean, it could save you a few minutes and a lot of bending and standing up over and over. And there's nothing worse than paying for air and the time runs out because you did all the shit you could have done before the air started. Gabish? Good. Tip number 4. Try to drop all your deuces before you shower. That way you can clean the basement doors much easier and more efficiently. I mean, there's nothing worse than spitting out a baby Ruth after a shower. It's kind of like polishing your shoes and then walking through a mud puddle. You're welcome. Here's a tip just for the male schmoes. Do not manscape around and under the ball sack if you've been drinking. Just trust me on this one, unless you want your junk to look like a bearded hobo who shaved with a chainsaw. And here's the last tip of this episode. Again, just for the male schmoes. Always make sure the schween is pushed all the way back in before you zip up after taking a leak. All you have to do is catch the baby back rib meat in the zipper one time and you'll never do that again. But you don't need to experience zipped up meat to learn this valuable tip. And that's that for this episode of Vic's Tips for the Common Schmo. See you next time. In the meantime, I told you not to be stupid, you morons.